Going into the new year, I'm going to have to figure out a decent squat to deadlift balance. Both lifts need to come up a lot, but getting the volume right, that's always been a problem for me. I've overcorrected before. I either pull too much and my squat stalls, or I protect the squat and my deadlift goes nowhere. I'm not sure there is a perfect ratio, but I do need to start figuring this stuff out. Today is what I would call a pull day. Some deadlifts, some rows, some pull-ups, maybe some cleans depending on how the shoulder feels. But I do like to start off with some squats, just to wake everything up, get some more time under the bar and ease into the session. Some days I feel like I'm starting over for the 100th time, and maybe I am. And I guess that's part of the bigger picture here. It's about an ongoing battle for training consistency. So today we'll start with the front squat. And I actually really enjoy the front squat. There's something honest about them. There's no hiding. You need the strength, mobility, you need that core to be nice and tight for you to stay upright. Otherwise you just fold and crumble. Like I said, they're honest, they're hard work, and they're very, very humbling. They also set me up well for deadlifts. You've got to stay tight and you've got to push that floor away. These early sessions back are the hardest for me. The weights are at their lowest. There's nothing particularly exciting happening. And it would be so much easier to just have done something, anything else. It's a mental battle with myself to get here. Once here, it's usually fine, but it's the build-up that's the problem. It's the, I could train later, I could train tomorrow, I could train next week, I could train whenever, anytime but now. That's the real battle that's going on. For the deadlift, I normally follow a simple 5-3-1 structure for progression. Right now, my training maxes are way down. They're probably 50, 60, 70%. Honestly, I don't really know, and I'm not too bothered by that right now. I won't really be pulling or pushing any heavy weight until well into the new year. I've had too many injuries, layoffs, family stuff going on, and if all those sound like excuses, maybe they are, or maybe it's all just part of life that we need to deal with. I would love to see where my deadlift can go in 2026. I've never really pushed it, not properly pushed it to see what I can do, but one thing I do know is that every time my squat moves, my deadlift usually follows, and vice versa. So maybe 2026 will finally be the year that we'll see some real progress. And then up next, it's the row, the bent over row Yates style. Probably my favourite exercise to do. And every time I do these, see these or think of these, I just hear the blood and guts video play in my head. Come on, Diesel, squeeze it. And I do try to squeeze the lats. I do try to briefly pause at the top, but I do need to also remember that my shoulder is still recovering. Slowly, very, very slowly, but it is getting there. So today it's about clean, controlled reps. Nothing forced, nothing crazy, just get them done. Then we move on to some pull-ups. Again, not exactly my strong point. I think it's a mix of lacking the pulling strength, having a heavier body weight doesn't help, but I do enjoy them. Who wouldn't love a strong pull-up? I would love one. Will I get one? Won't I get one? I don't really know, but I'm here, I'm trying, and I suppose we'll find out together now. On these sorts of days, I usually like to finish off with some one-armed overhead carries. They're really good for core stability, good for bracing, all the things you need for a good pull and a good deadlift. But the shoulder needs more time. So today it's just planks. Again, nothing exciting. They're simple and they work. That's all we need at this stage. And that's the session done. Nothing particularly impressive, nothing particularly exciting. We're just keeping things moving until the new year.